So you want to travel around the world, but you don't want to waste your money. Well, my name's Christian and I've traveled to over 65 countries, and here are the 5 best accommodations that I found while traveling around the world. This video is going to show a mixture of hostels, Airbnbs, and hotels, so there's going to be something for everybody. Number 5 is the Bulgarian Mansion. Now, don't let the country scare you, because each one of these accommodations is going to be in a different country, but I promise you they are safe. Now, this mansion I stayed in with 2 random French travelers that I met while hitchhiking across Bulgaria. And it is a 3-story mansion with 3 very spacious bedrooms, including the upstairs where everyone sleeps, the middle floor where it's the living room and kitchen, and the bottom floor where there's an entertainment center. Not to mention there's a massive swimming pool outside, and there are wraparound balconies on every floor. However, even though there are only 3 bedrooms, 6 to 10 people can sleep comfortably in this mansion. And did I mention that it's on the coast of the Black Sea in the town of Balchik, Bulgaria. Now, you can stay at this mansion for the cost of $100 per night, and I stayed for 2 nights, but when you divide it by the amount of people staying there, you can reel in the savings. And number 4 is the Korean Penthouse Hostel. Now, I don't know how much you know about Korea, but Korea is definitely on the pricier side for countries, especially it being my second country in Asia. Going from Japan to Korea, I was very surprised at how expensive things were. This hostel was a complete surprise, coming in at about $18 per night. This hostel is located on the 46th floor of a skyscraper. Included in this price is your dorm room. You do not get a private room. That's about double the price. Additionally, in the living room, there's about a 70-inch TV and a PS5, as well as breakfast is included in the morning. It's very simple. There's eggs, there's bread, there's coffee, but what else do you need? Additionally, this hostel is pretty centrally located within Busan, so you can get to all of the markets, anything you want to see. You can get to the coast very easily. And you know, there's something special about waking up in the morning with a coffee in your hand, walking over to the window, and being on the 46th floor of a penthouse. And you can find this hostel on almost any booking site for accommodations. Number 3 is the cheapest villa I could find in Bali, Indonesia. If you've been following this channel for a while, you would have known that I did a 3-part series in Bali, Indonesia, where I checked out the cheapest, middle-priced, and one of the most expensive villas that I could find in Bali. What I found out about spending nights in each of them is that the cheapest option actually had the best value. Now, this villa was in Ubud, which is a little bit inward of the island of Bali. It's not on the coast or anything like that, and it's actually in a healing sanctuary, so it's completely peace and quiet. But what you get is the private villa to yourself. It's fully equipped with Wi-Fi, electricity, it has air conditioning, there's also an infinity pool outside, and the Wi-Fi is great because I was doing remote work from there, uploading videos, and I had no problem. And a lot of the times with villa, people get sketched out about either spiders or big bugs or lizards coming in, but let me tell you, none of that happened. It was me and a friend who stayed there, and you won't even believe the price tag on this villa. Now remember, the price is always determined by the season. We were there during the low season, so it was $30 a night for everything that you've been seeing on screen. And you're probably wondering, wow, how do I book this paradise villa? Well, it's just like some of the other things you've been seeing in this video. You can find it on Airbnb. And before we get into number 1 and 2, I just want to let you know, every single place that you're seeing in this video, none of them have paid to be in this video or sponsored or anything. I just stayed in them and I recognize the value, so I want to pass it on to you. But my number 2 best accommodation I've ever stayed in while traveling around the world is Sarajevo 180 Apartment in downtown Sarajevo, Bosnia. Now again, if you've been following this channel for a while, you would have known that I stayed in the capital of Bosnia for 55 days. I was living there for almost 2 months, and it was in this exact apartment. Let me tell you, someone gave me a ticket to Sarajevo right now, I would be on the plane in 20 minutes. This apartment was one of the best apartments I've ever stayed in, being 2 bedrooms, having 2 living rooms, your own private kitchen, and a cinematic look over the capital of Bosnia. And again, since I was staying there for so long, I got the monthly price. And the monthly price to stay in that apartment, again, 2 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, kitchen, Wi-Fi, everything included, was $350 US. Try finding that anywhere else. As well as it was super close, it was about 30-minute drive to the airport, about a 15-minute walk from downtown Sarajevo, the capital, and it allowed me to explore Bosnian culture for a prolonged period of time without worrying for somewhere somewhere to stay. And to find this place, you can find it either on Airbnb, or if you even type in Sarajevo 180 on Google, they do have it pinged on Google Maps. And lastly, at the #1 spot of the best valued accommodation that I've found while traveling the world, the $1 hostel in Vietnam. Now, if hostels aren't your thing, do not worry, because this hostel in Vietnam not only had shared dorm rooms, but I stayed in the apartment part for a monthly price that you won't believe. Now, this hostel is located in Dollar, Vietnam, which is a little beautiful mountain town in the center of Vietnam. But when I tell you it's $1 per night, I am not kidding. And I'm not joking about the amenities either. For $1, you get a bed in a dorm, but what you also get is access to a full-blown gym with a squat rack and bench press, a heated swimming pool, as well as 2 bars, one on the roof and one downstairs. You can also rent motorbikes for about $3 per day, and they have breakfast every morning for $1. I missed a lot so much. But like I mentioned, if you're not a hostel person, I stayed in their apartment part of the building for only $215 per month. What was included in that was a studio apartment with my own private bathroom, shower, I had a queen size bed, and it was right above the bar breakfast area, so all I had to do was walk downstairs, get coffee and breakfast, which was included. And not to mention, I had access to the pool and the gym as well. And either the hostel or apartment options are available on almost every booking site, but make sure you price check, because the prices vary depending on how many fees that the place actually gets charged. You may be yelling at the screen right now, where do we book them? Where do we find them? Don't worry, I will link everything that we talked about today in the description below. I want to thank all the Patreon, Instagram, and Facebook subscribers for making this travel around the world possible. But let me know, do you have any hidden gem travel places that you've stayed at while going around the world? If you do, let me know in the comments below, because not only will I like to stay at them, but probably some others in this travel community as well. But always remember, guys, travel is a privilege, so enjoy every second of it, and I will see you guys again sometime soon. See ya.